Hello, people. So, this is day 3 of the authenticity challenge. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I definitely felt some push and pull energy conflict after posting my video yesterday. I generally felt pretty good about it and just like at peace to be able to be in a place where I can be honest about where I live and what I do and not feel shame or guilt or embarrassment for not being where I thought I would be at this age. Um, but today I'm really feeling the energy of this Aries full moon. Uh, she's intense. And I'm going to speak a little bit on that so that I'm also feel like I'm being of service in some way too, is something that I think is just part of my psyche. Whenever I'm sharing stuff, I'm trying to share it to help other people and to not just be like a listen to me and my life and my stuff, like it's not useful if it's like that. So trying to give something to you guys at the same time. So full moon in Aries. Um, I feel a mix of energy with this one. So Aries is a fire sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It's ruled by Mars. So there is a lot of vitality, a lot of action, a lot of masculine energy with Aries. It wants to get stuff done. It wants to be ahead of the game. It has very, very strong ambitions and a lot of um, perseverance and ability to see things through. But this is also because it's ruled by the head. So when we're working with the zodiac, each sign has a body part. Obviously, Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, it's the body part that rules is the head. So there's many different ways to look at this, but if we look at this through the energy of being very headstrong, this is an Aries trait, of thinking that they know best and no one else can tell them otherwise. Now, in my previous relationships with Aries people, this is very much true. And so the challenge for Aries can be the ability to listen to other people, to be like, okay, this is what I believe, and this is my, my belief, my I won't yeah, it's the belief, right? But their ability to still be able to listen to other people, this is a difficult thing for Aries. It's part of their like north node, part of their soul mission, um, is being able to listen to other people and to admit when they're wrong and to not like to kind of take themselves out of the energy of they always need to know what's best, or they always know what's best, or they always need to be the one in control. Because when we work with the tarot, Aries is the emperor, right? So it's authority, control, leadership, discipline, all of this stuff. So what I'm feeling with this Aries full moon is a mix of things. And one of them is this like internal struggle that I'm going through just now, um, in relation to using medical cannabis. So, as I'm sure most of you know, that I have fibromyalgia and fatigue, and I have used cannabis for many years. Because when I was really young, I got what's the word, prescribed codeine, tramadol, like all the really, really heavy pharmaceutical drugs for my pain. And it was just horrendous, and all the antidepressants and whatever. And, like I wouldn't be in school. I would fall asleep in school. I would go home for lunch and fall asleep. Like they were just sedating me. And then I discovered cannabis, and it was like, wow, this has changed my life. And it has been such a powerful herb, a healer. But because Mary Jane is a feminine spirit, it's very, very easy to abuse her and to let her start ruling you if you're not very, very careful the way in which you work with her healing properties. So if you're just using weed for recreational use to get stoned and to zone out or to have fun or to laugh, um, like over time, obviously with any type of substance, you're going to build a tolerance to that. But also, um, if you then become dependent on it for things like stress or your mood, which most people end up doing, and this isn't to shame anyone, this is just like how our brains work with dopamine and addiction. But with where I'm at just now, like over the years, I have taken breaks from weed and I've cut down a lot. And I only use her consciously for pain relief and to help me sleep. Um, but still, because of the awareness that I have around addiction, there's still a part of me I obviously don't want to be using it, right? It's like I don't want to have to rely on anything. um, but the reality of living with chronic pain is like sometimes it's so intense, the pain that you feel, that obviously you're going to need something to help you through that. And this is also kind of like I want to share the awareness of people living with chronic pain because especially in my younger years, you experience a lot of people just saying, "Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Have you tried?" And it's like, dude, I've tried everything. You know what I mean? Like I am the most open person um I'm just the most open person to trying different things that will help me help myself. Um and so, I've done yoga for years. I do yoga every day. Like, I would not be able to move my body the way I do if I didn't do yoga every morning. Meditation, Reiki, all of these practices are part of my everyday. Um, so that I can show up as I truly am, like so that I can experience joy and the full energies of the human the human life, of the spectrum of emotions. um but I'm on a journey with cannabis use just now, of taking breaks when I don't need it for pain and when I can regulate my sleeping and all of this stuff. But it's so easy to, like, it's that energy feeling dependent on something. I'm a Leo, it's not my vibe. But it's yeah, it's interesting to see how the brain plays out. So I feel proud of myself that I'm in a relationship now with weed that is very, very healthy and conscious. Like, I cannot use it if I feel shit. If I am using it because I am in a mood or I'm grumpy or there's emotions that I am not like, that are tough, I literally cannot do it. Like, it makes me feel so much worse because my awareness, my consciousness, I have so much awareness now that in using that substance, I know it's dimming me and it's draining me. So I think like the conversation around cannabis use is so nuanced, and I think for me, I know that if I didn't have like chronic pain and probably ADHD, that it would be much easier for me to quit. And like I say, there's been times in my life when I haven't used it and I've had breaks and whatever. But also my sleep was a lot worse and my pain was a lot worse. So it's one of those situations that can yeah, it's hard to navigate, But I think what we're feeling with this Aries moon energy is like there's a lot of determination, there's a lot of motivation to like really do the thing. And whatever that thing is for you, like a lot of it is to do with confidence, with being able to take risks, not like ridiculous risks, but like, like leaps of faith, if you like. Um, and so for me, it's also about being able to soften, to not like Aries has this very masculine Mars energy, So it likes to go, 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 but we can't be on all the time. So it's about learning how to also incorporate rest and be able to flow, and be less up here and more in here. So yeah, that's kind of some of the themes that are coming up for me around this full moon in Aries. The main one is that relationship that I have with medical cannabis. And yeah, it's just interesting. It feels good to be able to speak about it and voice it because I also think there's so much stigma around cannabis and the stoner archetype. And of course, like anything, if you use that in an unconscious way, then yeah, you will become that lazy stoner archetype who gets nothing done. Um, so it's all about the way that we choose to use substances, and that goes for plant medicines too. Anything can be used for escapism, and weed is a plant medicine. It's a plant, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, other themes with this Aries full moon. It's so that like that's what it is for me because it's something that I'm working through right now, And so it will bring up stuff also that is connected to your childhood, because Aries is the child of the zodiac. So, like, it's a time where you can feel a lot of anger, you can feel a lot of anything that's been pushed down, also in relation to Aries people in your life, will come up now. So, just try to stay present with that, and let yourself feel the emotions. And if it's rage, go and let out that rage. Like, I'm going to the beach tonight with a couple of lovely Aries women. We're going to have a fire. And I know it's a space where we're going to be able to release whatever we need to release in a really beautiful space in nature. So, yeah, I won't ramble on for too much longer, but I just wanted to share that because I think that yeah, the more that we speak about stuff that we are having an internal conflict with, speak about it in a conscious way, not in a way of dumping it on someone else, it can really help to alleviate that spiral cycle in the brain that can sometimes happen. So yes, wishing everyone a happy full moon in Aries today.